If you asked me to describe my husband Naaman, I would say two things. He is good and he is a fighter. In fact, he is such a good fighter that our king, the king of Aram, made Naaman the commander of his army. I always worry when Naaman and the army go off to fight a battle, but they usually win, and when they do, my husband always brings me back a gift. The most recent gift he brought me was not something I could unwrap, not a scarf or a bracelet or a candlestick. It was a gift I never expected. He brought me a girl, a servant girl to be more precise. He thought I needed someone to help me with things like brushing my hair, sorting my sandals, bringing me glasses of tea, and sometimes playing with our children. And of course, there were harder, dirtier jobs too. Scrubbing the floors, doing the laundry, that kind of thing. Not a very fun way to live, I suppose, but she adjusted all right. At first, the young girl was very afraid and shy. After all, she was far away from her family. And she didn't know us yet. She didn't know that we would be kind to her and take good care of her. She was a very good servant. In fact, in an unexpected way, she was the best present Naaman has ever brought me. You see, Naaman became sick. It was much more serious than a cold or a sore throat. He got leprosy. Have you heard of leprosy? It's the most terrible skin disease, painful and miserable, and it's contagious. So Naaman had to stay away from everyone else so they wouldn't catch it too. We were a very sad family.
Why doesn't Naaman go see the prophet in Israel? The prophet could make him well again.
She probably understood how Naaman felt more than any of us did. She must have known how sad and lonely he was, because she was away from her family too. She was away from her home, her friends, everything she knew, just like Naaman. And she was away from them because of us. She could have been bitter and angry, even glad that Naaman was sick, but she wasn't. I didn't know why she would want to help us, why she would even care about our suffering, but she did. Thank God she did.
The prophet's name is Elisha, and his God can do some amazing miracles.
You must really believe in this God you speak of. I'm not really sure why a prophet of Israel would want to heal the commander of an enemy army. But if you want to help us, maybe he will too. We will try anything. So I told Naaman what the girl had said. I guess Naaman thought it was worth a shot too, because Naaman left immediately for Israel. Once Naaman arrived in town, he went to see Elisha. Elisha told Naaman to wash himself in the Jordan River 7 times, and his leprosy would be healed. At first, Naaman didn't want to, and he was angry. He thought Elisha was just wasting his time or making fun of him. But finally, Naaman agreed. He dipped his whole body under the water 7 times, just as Elisha had told him. The 7th time, he stood up from the water and held out his hands. What he saw was something miraculous, something that would be impossible without God's power. Naaman was healed. His leprosy was gone. It was the best day of our lives, and it all happened because of the unexpected kindness of her servant girl. I'm not sure why she spoke up to help us. She could have kept quiet. She could have done nothing at all. But when she saw Naaman suffering, when she saw the sadness in our family, she told us about how her God could do amazing things through his prophet. I never thought much about the God of Israel, but now I thank him every day for healing Naaman and for bringing to us my wonderful little servant girl.